Hey everyone, I am so excited to finally be doing this. Actually, I'm a little nervous. My friends have been begging me for, probably 2 or 3 years at least to start doing some YouTube videos. So I just decided, why not? So there's going to be a bunch of different things on here. It's going to be fashion tips, it'll be beauty hacks, things like that. Tips for getting through toddler life. A lot of times I will probably be drinking some wine or something because usually these are late at night, and I occasionally have a glass of wine, but I'm not always able to because, again, toddlers. So the first video I decided to do was one about a product that I'm really excited to try, and it is a peel. And a lot of you guys know that I own my own business with Itworks, but we have a peel that you can use, and it is it's like a at-home peel, but it's a very gentle one, and I actually can handle a much stronger peel. So what I did was I ordered a peel that I read a lot of reviews and read up on it, and it seemed to have kind of what I was looking for in a peel and for my skin type. So after I had my daughter, I ended up with the melasma and things like that that wasn't so great and pleasant. Sorry, I got a little bit on my hand. So anyways, so I wanted to do a peel. I've had some done in the spa, and they're really expensive. And I know it's because they're professionals, which I get, I understand, and you know, nothing against you all, but I do a lot of things myself, and so far haven't had any problems. So we're gonna kind of take that chance. So the product that I bought it's from Serum Ceuticals, and it's a TCA peel, and I ordered it, and then I also got a glycolactic acid peel, and the TCA is a 30%, and I have had several different peels, and my skin tolerance is actually quite high, even though I'm more prone to breakouts, or at least I used to be. But actually things like this I can handle pretty high strength. But because this is the first time I'm really using this, I am still cutting this, and you do have to cut them. Like this is a 30%, and if it's your first time, I highly recommend cutting it at least by half, but maybe even more, and you just cut it with water. But obviously equal parts, kind of like when you're coloring hair, you would do equal parts. So what you would want to do is for your first time, pick a percentage that is recommended for your skin type and the kind of effect that you're trying to go for. So I went with the 30%, and I am still cutting it a little bit. I'm cutting it by a quarter, not half. So I am doing that. I'm not going to be doing this peel today. It's the glycolic one. I'll probably do a separate video on this one. You can sometimes do like a glycolic one first and then do this one, but it's been a little while since I've had a peel. Not really wanting to do that right now. Not for my first video. So, but I did get this, and the reason I wanted to mention that is because I bought the neutralizer that comes with it, and it was kind of like a separate package, and I really liked what they had to offer, and the reviews again were amazing. And I am a researcher, so one thing that I don't do is just use a product just because. Like, I want to research what I'm using. So this is the neutralizer, which if you're doing any kind of a peel, some of them need to be neutralized and some of them don't. And neutralizing it means you're stopping the peel from actually going deeper into your skin. And you do have to be careful. You're using chemicals on your skin, but you obviously are trying to get that fresher look in your skin. So I am using this to help stop it if I start to see the frosting and I'm done, which the frosting means that your skin is starting to turn like that frosty white color, which means that the product is good, it's reached the amount that it needs to, and you need to neutralize it if it's stinging or that kind of thing. So it's always a good product to have on hand. Some people just use baking soda and water. Personally, I don't really want to use that. I would just rather have something I can grab really quick. But I am going to be using this fan. There's a fan running in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But it does kind of help keep your face cool and things like that while you're doing it. So when you get it done in the spa, I don't know if you guys have ever done one in the spa, but typically that's what they do. They usually have a fan on you, so the heat that you feel in the peel is not as dramatic. And I will be using the Itworks cleanser today. It's my absolute favorite cleanser. I was with the company for a year before I even tried the cleanser because I had used so many, and I had finally found one that was kind of halfway working, and I was like, no, I'm not trying anything else. Like, I've tried Proactive, I've tried so many things, and it broke me out even worse. No. But I finally gave in, and I will tell you, I hardly have any breakouts ever, and it works for all skin types. So it's really good, whether you're acne prone or you have dry skin or whatever, as long as your skin is balanced with the pH, which is what this is designed for, then your skin is healthy. So there's not really a need to have, you know, a cleanser for different skin types. It's just not necessary. If your skin is healthy by your pH, then you're fine. So absolutely love this. That's what I'm going to be using today. And then the moisturizer, because you definitely want to be moisturizing when, maybe I shouldn't be having one with this, but I only had a sip, so I don't know. Maybe I'll wait until after the peel to finish the rest of it. But this is our moisturizer, and it's one of two. This is the preventage, and it actually is something that I really love. It's not greasy, it's really thin and lightweight, but you're gonna want to moisturize after you do a peel like this because you want to make sure that your skin is constantly moisturized. I've done other peels like the perfect peel and things like that, and that actually you don't want to moisturize the first couple of days, and then even then they give you a special one you're supposed to use. But mostly a lot of people just like slather Vaseline and stuff all over their face when they do these kinds of peels, which I personally don't want to do. So just make sure that your skin is moisturized when you're doing this. So I am going to go ahead and wash my face, and then I will go ahead and start the process of the peel. So hang tight for that. But what you want to do is, and I've got the stuff right here that I need, but what you want to do is just make sure that you cleanse your face entirely. So I'm going to do that, and then normally I would use my brush, but I don't really want to do that because I for sure want to get every last bit of this off my face while I'm doing this. You think I already had a peel, my face is already red. No, just my face. That's what happens when I wash my face. It's like I have a totally different skin type when I wash my face. So you just want to make sure that you're washing and cleansing everything. You can leave like your eye makeup, that's totally fine. And because I don't want to scare you all with my very first video, I will be leaving my eye makeup alone because, as you can tell, there's really not a lot of color to my eyebrows. I was blessed with not having really very many eyebrows, or very many eyebrow hairs I should say, and they're not very colorful. So thank God for Anastasia brow wax, because otherwise I probably would have been one of those girls that goes and gets them tattooed, and I don't really want to do that. So okay, so I pretty much have gotten most of the makeup off, but what you want to do is go ahead and make sure that you pat dry, which I should have brought a smaller towel in, but it's a clean towel I was going to use for my shower. So so you just kind of want to pat the skin dry, and then the next thing you want to do is alcohol, rubbing alcohol. You want to get some rubbing alcohol on a cotton pad and make sure that your skin literally has everything off of it. Seriously, I'm not kidding. It's like a different color. The rubbing alcohol basically just ensures that you are getting all of the makeup off and making sure that your skin is 100% clean and dry and doesn't have any of the oils on. So I'm going to do one more just because I'm a little bit particular like that. Okay, so for the most part, other than having an extremely red face from the rubbing alcohol, because you shouldn't really use rubbing alcohol on your face regularly. Holy cow. I can only imagine what my face is going to look like whenever I actually do the peel. Okay, so I have already put this in a little jar for me to be able to just dip gently. You don't want a lot of excess on your cotton pad because you don't want it to drip all over your face. So I've got the neutralizer, so I have it ready. And I do like this brand with the neutralizer because it does tell you that with the stronger peels, a white chalky residue called frosting may appear on the skin. This indicates the peel has penetrated far enough. At this stage, you need to neutralize. So it does kind of give you the directions. I mean, it has a full list of directions, so you are not like wondering, what am I doing to my freaking face here? So what you do is you go ahead and apply this, and then you leave it on. And the actual peel that I'm using, the directions, there's not very much. Like, it advertises a whole bunch of their other products, but it doesn't really give you a whole lot of directions for this. That's not even the directions. Like, it comes on the box, and all it says is, and I've researched it, so I already know, but just for those of you who are thinking about getting this particular brand, just know you need to research the directions a little bit more, and hopefully this tutorial will help. But it says to dilute it 2 to 4 times. Obviously, you want to wash your face thoroughly and apply the diluted serum evenly. It says to wash out and towel dry. Now, this says after 10 to 15 minutes, but honestly, once you see that frosting, you kind of don't want to leave it on too much longer than that. So the 10 to 15 minutes seems a little bit lengthy. I'm not really sure why they would say that. So usually frosting happens a lot sooner than that. So I definitely like the directions that came with this other brand that has the glycolic peel and then the neutralizer too. So let me just make sure that okay. I just want to make sure that the neutralizer was completely open and ready to go. So I'm just going to dip this in this little thing. It's a little Sephora sample thing that I've used. So I've got a lot on this cotton swab, so I'm just going to use this, and obviously you don't want it to drip anymore, but you want to start with your forehead, because your forehead is going to be an area that you can cover pretty quickly, so you can move on to the other areas, and you just kind of want to go over it as gently as you can, but evenly, because you obviously want it to go on evenly. You don't want to peel only like a third of your face. And I can definitely feel the stinging, that is for sure. Whew. That's why you have the fan. So just be super careful around your eyes and around your mouth. Yeah, I don't know how anyone can leave this stuff on for 10 or 15 minutes. Whew. Okay, so the fan. And in the meantime, I'm just going to be watching for that frosting. It is definitely burning. Like, I will tell you, my skin can handle a lot, but the frosting I'm not seeing just yet, and I don't even know if I can tolerate leaving it on for that much longer. I may have to work up to that process with this particular brand. But I definitely cut it, so you don't want to overdo it, but some people don't need to cut it their first time, and that's fine. Maybe I should have gotten a smaller fan so I don't have to have this huge monster. Okay. So I'm just going to reapply a little bit more. And just so you know, when you're doing this, you need to make sure that you're doing it evenly, again, because you don't want any odd places. And when you're applying it like that, you are for sure doubling your dosage. So at this point, the neutralizing is happening because I cannot take it anymore. Okay. Whew. Holy cow. Watch my husband walk in and be like, what are you doing to your face? Okay, yeah. So I can see some of the frosting now on my face, which is weird because I've already applied the neutralizer, but that means that it was getting to be about where it needed to go. So, and again, you need to build up to it. It's not something that you are going to be able to do right off the bat at that amount if you are not used to doing peels. And especially like for me, I haven't done one in a little while, so I cut it, but that was still strong. So once you've applied the neutralizer, your peel is pretty much done. It really does not take very long at all. And like I said, I can see the frosting. Yeah, I can see the frosting for sure on some of the areas of my face. So I will kind of see how that goes, and then I will wash this off, and then I will post some of the results after on my Instagram page. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Life of Brynn, BRYNN, and I will be posting the results there over the next couple days. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some more videos. I'm going to be posting a lot more product reviews and things like that. So in the meantime, I'm going to wash my face, and hopefully next time you see me, it won't be so crazy looking. But it does take a process, and there is some peeling, obviously, and you want to make sure that you wear sunscreen. You want to make sure that you've got at least 30 SPF, at least. I mean, I would up it to 50 just to be safe, but if you've got 30 on hand, that's fine. Make sure that you are avoiding the sun as much as possible during that first week. And if you do peel, which you should, some people just kind of flake a little bit. Do not scrub a lot. You don't want to use a lot of like exfoliants and things like that. Use a very gentle cleanser. Again, this is why I'm using this cleanser. And then also a good moisturizer, and make sure that you've got that SPF, because the SPF is going to be your best friend. And if you don't use an SPF, then you are going to be doing a lot more damage to your skin. You should be using one anyway. But make sure that you do that. Try to avoid the sun. Try to avoid excessive sweating and things like that over the next couple days, because your skin's going to be open more for bacteria and things like that. So be sure that you are very careful about that. And then if you have any questions, you can post them below, or you can go to my Instagram page at Life of Brynn, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.